have any issues like the team is fully packed?
Yes.
First of all, how was the first practice this year?
It was good.
I mean, the vets took some time to get going.
You know what?
Some of the vets took time to get going.
No, they was ready. They got going right away. The guys look good. Our young guys really did a good job of just bringing the energy and pushing the older guys to, because a lot of those guys, take some time off to get their bodies right. And our young guys did a great job of just bringing that energy.
So how's that dynamic work with the young guys and the old guys? Is it young guys pushing the old guys, the old guys sort of showing off their veteran leadership kind of thing? How does that work?
Oh, the veterans definitely had a veteran leadership and, the way they play the game. But the young guys is running around, excited, just playing fast, playing hard. And that's what you need in training camp. And we got a balance with both. So it's really good for us.
That's it. I'm just wondering, during the season, y'all don't have time to practice that much. Is this week fun for you just from a coaching standpoint?
It's not.
No?
No, because you don't know how fast to go, how much to add, how you got to pull back if you're going too slow. Yeah. And that's the things you got to worry about in training camp, just making sure that everyone's on the same page, everyone's picking up what you're trying to do. And that's the hardest part. So I really don't enjoy that part of it because, as a coach, you want to get more and more and more, but you can't do that because you got to make sure everybody's understanding, grasp what you're trying to do.
Each week, the coach over the years,
sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. It depends on, in Cleveland it was different because we had the same starting unit for, I think, 4 years. But now, we got Bledsoe coming in, we got Justice coming in, Kawhi being out, so we got to do some things different.
I remember yesterday you talked about wanting to work on that space and the pace of how y'all want to play this year. But when it comes to the defense, how do you look at the personnel that you have and what principles are you trying to reinforce and introduce this time around?
I just think the biggest thing is getting back in transition. That's always key. That's always huge, getting matched up. And then doing a good job of taking the three-point shot away. We know the high pick and roll is the hardest thing to defend in the NBA. But if we can do a good job of taking away the three-point shots, taking away corner threes, that's been our emphasis to start the camp so far.
Y'all did a really good job defending the three for the most part last year. How is it challenging when you talk about the volume and where guys want to take those threes? What is the challenge in helping the team schematically defend that shot?
I think it starts with the pick and roll. I think, with Serge before he got hurt, with Zubac, we had to play the pick and roll 2-on-2. And if you have, we had Pat Beverly, we had Kawhi, we had PG, some really good on-ball defenders that can kind of get over the screens. And when you got Zoo and Serge in those drops and they protect the rim, it allows you to stay home and not give up three-point shots. So we did a really good job of that, and we're going to do an even better job this year.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about Paul George. Reggie talked about how he was in communication with a lot of the guys this summer, making sure have you seen the progression with him over time?
Oh, he was great. He had a great practice yesterday. Energetic, was ready to play, ready to do all the drills and everything we wanted to do. So we got on the bus this morning. I said, how do you feel? He said, it feels great. He's ready to go. So that's a good sign. And our guys put in a lot of work this offseason, trying to keep their bodies ready, trying to be healthy. And so you can see it from yesterday's practice, a lot of guys have really been putting in good work.
With Justice, you talked about how you wouldn't wish his hip injury on it. I know it's one day to camp, but just his movement, what you're seeing from him, what your impressions so far, kind of what he moves right now, and maybe the way that can manifest itself, the way you used him.
I wouldn't say just as far as yesterday, but just the whole last week and a half of when guys were playing at the facility. I mean, just for how he was able to grab the rebounds and push it and attack in transition. And that adds a different dynamic to our team. And for him to rebound and go, and he can make passes and make plays. And yesterday we played him at the backup point guard a little bit because he did that in Miami. So just trying to move him around. He's going to play some point guard. He's going to play some five. He's going to, he's going to do a lot. So, but his movement, way he can defend and guard the basketball, he's shown us a lot in this last week and a half, 2 weeks.
Obviously, Serge is getting some work up there, some non-contact work. If he's not able to go for preseason a little bit against Isaiah, Harry maybe some opportunities to stay with you guys a little longer. Again, haven't been around them that long, but what have you seen from those two guys and the opportunity they have to compete for a spot?
They're doing a great job. I mean, the last month, just those guys in the gym playing, and both of them really good passers. They're both shown that they play hard and compete every single possession. And the guys like playing with them. They said that Luke Kennard and Isaiah had a really good two-man game for about a week, and they really played well together. And then when I came into the gym, just seeing, how Harry's performed and just his athleticism, be able to pass the basketball, be able to shoot the basketball, be able to defend. So both of those guys have been really doing a good job. So it's really going to be a tough decision.
Harry, he is so much, and so everybody knows the way he was in high school. Like, what's the kind of key for him to really lock in and show everything he can do for you guys? Because there's one hurdle you're waiting for him to kind of see how he impacts it.
Yeah, I think it's just his health. We know he's talented. He can play. He can defend. He can pass the basketball. He can score. So I think the biggest thing is his health. And he's shown that he's healthy, very athletic, running the floor, finishing above the rim. So he's been doing a great job.
Well, Tamara, and we'll finish out with some questions that was in
How do you approach I'm sure you guys have a plan given the schedule. How do you approach, those 5 and 7 stretches, when you don't have a guy like Washington this season, you don't want to overwork some of the veterans. How do you approach, do you guys have a plan for practices and minutes? How does that all work?
Yeah, we have a plan, but it's far down the road, so you never know until you get there. But we have a plan in place now, but you never know until, you kind of get going and kind of see how guys feel and where they're at.
It's more of a fluid situation as you get to that stretch of games or whatever it is.
Yeah, sure.
We'll take the close out of Zoom. We'll go to Bernie Wilson and then close out of Justin Russo.
Go ahead, Bernie.
All right, thanks. Hey, Ty, Bernie Wilson with Associated Press here in San Diego. Apologies if this was asked the last couple of days, but what's the reason the Clippers chose San Diego for camp? What do you hope to get here?
I wanted to come here.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
What was it, just to get out of LA for a week and focus on hoops, basically? Or so?
Yeah, I think just to get away, focus on hoops. I think building team camaraderie, guys away from their families and just locked into their team for 5 days, I thought would be good for us. And it has been good. I think tomorrow we got some golfing events, then we got some fishing events. So just the bond and just trying to, learn more about each other.
Okay, and you're probably way too young to remember the San Diego Clippers, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's Kawhi doing this week?
Just rehabbing. Just trying to get himself right and trying to take care of his body.
Okay, and he's down here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question. Any chance you'll cross paths with the Nets and Nuggets who are also training here?
I don't know. I don't know where they're at, but I heard they're in town, so I'm gonna stay on my side of town. So I'm not sure where they're going, but it wouldn't be a problem if we did, but I don't know where they're at.
And we'll close out with Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Justin?
Doing well, sir. Thank you. Drive, kick, and swing was your mantra last year. We heard you talk about it all the time. Coach Castleberry even wore the shirt during Summer League a couple times. With the addition of Justice and Eric, do you feel that motto grows a little bit more because of how much they do get downhill and play make for others?
Yeah, I think it adds a different addition to our team, just as far as, guys who can get into the paint, get to the free throw line, get downhill, and can make plays and pass, not only just get downhill, but can also make the right plays and right read. And just seeing those guys, like I said, the last 2 weeks and how they've been able to do it, definitely adds a different dynamic to our team.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.